Howdy, folks. Hang on a second. Let me turn the feedback down so I'm not overwhelming myself with my own voice here. Howdy, folks. DrakeCat74. Welcome to the Basement of Solitude. I'm going to be doing a little bit of work on my guitar because I got these really crappy strings when I got my guitar back. I had to replace the nut right here. Now, let me show you what this looked like beforehand. 1 second. Yeah, you can tell I totally prepare for these things, right? So, somebody stole my guitar. Actually, it was the asshole that had my stuff in storage, stole my guitar, took it to the pawn shop. I got it back. It's one of the only things I actually got back. Everything else I had to replace. And the nut was broken up here, so I bought a new nut, and as you can see, this boy is thick, this boy is way too tall, and I basically sat down with a piece of, what was it, 320 grit? I don't know, it's way over there, I'm way over here, and, well, I could grab it, but I don't care enough. Anyway, I spent like an hour and a half, 2 or 3 passes measure to get this down to that size. So there were 2 in here, so I had to replace the nut, and I got these El Cheapo strings, and I don't even remember where the hell I got the strings from. And I got it in, and I started tuning, and this is the first one I put in. And yes, I know almost nothing about fucking guitars. So, I think this is the E string. And I guess this is the other E string. I don't know. You know, I can pluck one tune, and it's not even a tune any of you are gonna know. So I put this one in first, and got it so that it wouldn't slip out of up here, and went to the next one, and then I started to tune them, and you always start up here, I remember that much, and then go down, and as I was trying to tune this one, it snapped. I got like 2 turns on this, and it was like lower than this. And it snapped. So, piece of crap. I'm going to take the strap off here. This is a cheap Chinese strap that I bought because, well, almost all of this is cheap. Matter of fact, the strings that I'm going to be using are probably the most expensive bit in here. I originally paid $100 for this off of eBay almost 10 years ago. And, yeah, $100 for a guitar. It can be done, and you can get a quality one, but mostly they're crap. This one is a half-decent Stratocaster style, not Telecaster, and the only way I know the difference is Telecaster is 2. One would be like here, the other would be like down here, whereas the Strat has 3, and that's really the only difference that I know. I'm going to apologize for the light because this corner of my room, my bed, doesn't have a lot of light, and at night I turn off all the lights, and it's literally a cave in here. I mean, if I was to go like that is brighter than my room is when I'm trying to sleep. So, since these strings broke, and I know this is not the proper way to do it, but you know what? That's how much I care. These are garbage strings, and I'm sorry I bought them. I'm sorry I wasted the money on them. So let me just undo this crap and throw these away. And no, there's really not a whole heck of a lot you can do with guitar strings once they're snapped. So, I mean, I could probably try to forge them into something, but I really don't want to bother. And I should have grabbed my needle nose. Hang on a second. Let me undo my cable here. Yeah, I'm wearing the headset so that you can get really good microphone. And I know it kind of looks a little bit on the funny side with me wearing it, but, you know, all the good YouTubers are wearing headsets these days. I'm not claiming to be a good YouTuber, I'm just, yeah, trying to use this instead of the microphone on my laptop here, which is all covered in dust now. So let me grab a hold of that, and there we go. One piece of crap string. Well, half of one anyway. You may, in the background, occasionally hear my brother busting out laughing. He's watching the abridged version of Hellsing Ultimate Edition, which is most definitely not canon, and it's mildly entertaining. Bitch, I eat people. It's about the only line from it I really know, and taken out of context, it's mildly entertaining. Okay, so where did I go wrong on this one? So me and guitars don't have a very good history together, depending on how you want to look at it. It will probably come as no surprise at one point in time I was a disturbed youth. And I don't mean that in the sense of that I listened to Disturbed when I was a youth. I didn't find them until after probably 2001. Yeah, it was 2001. I'd already lost my kids. I'd already lost my wife. I'd already lost my job at IBM. I'd pretty much lost everything except... I'll have to get back to you on that one. That's when I discovered Disturbed. Not that I discovered them, but I first heard them working at a Borders Books and Music in Kennesaw, Georgia, of all places. That place doesn't exist anymore. I don't remember what the store is at this point, but am I going to have to take that little thing off? I think I'm going to have to take that thing off. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to take that off. Because every attempt to get it to come out the... Really? It was just almost there. And... trying to do this on camera, but... frickin'... Oh, the other thing is this crack right here. That was there. I think that's been there since I've had it. Can I twist that to get it to come out the hole? I'm going to try a couple more times now. How about this one? Can I make that one go out the hole? Yeah, absolutely riveting content. Yes, I'm absolutely positive of that. You're really enjoying watching me fiddle with a guitar that you can't see all the details on. I don't have a cameraman. And I don't have... Aha! I got one out! Even if I did have a cameraman, what the hell would I pay them? I haven't made a single dime off of any of these videos, not in donations, not in anything else. Like I've said before, I mostly do them for entertaining of me. And if I happen to entertain you along the way, all the better. I'd really like it if somebody would give me money for this, but, you know. Two. Can we get this one out? Twist. Wiggle, wiggle. There. I don't want to have to disassemble Stephanie if I don't have to. That's a movie reference, not the name of my guitar. Ha! One more. Where is it? There we go. Now, now I've got all these strings all over my desk here, or what's left of all of these strings. You know, if I had like a bucket of these, I would be more than happy to stick them in a canister and try and forge weld them into something, but there's nowhere near enough here to do much of anything, and I really don't know what kind of steel they use in these. I would assume some kind of spring steel, but if I did a lot of guitars, yeah, oh hell yeah, I'd put this in a bucket, and then I would try and forge weld up a whole bunch of these, but I don't. So into the garbage they go. Now we are going to be using some strings that I have a little bit of experience with. Dean Markley cryogenically activated blue steel. Oh goodness gracious, I'm trying to remember. It was like 1990. I had an acoustic guitar, and somebody said, "Oh, you should buy these strings. These are excellent for it." Well, it was a Spanish guitar, and it was an acoustic. And he told me to buy these. Well, I didn't know enough, and well, I destroyed that guitar because you have to really crank down on these. I should have been using nylon strings, but when I got into electric guitars, you know, since I had some experience with these, I went ahead and went with these. They are a tad on the expensive side, and occasionally difficult to find, and yeah, that's exactly the way I remember them. So this should be the big string, and it looks like it is. So we're going to start at that end instead of this end, that way I don't accidentally break it somehow. And any of you musicians out there who want to tell me I'm doing it wrong, please feel free to leave me a comment in the comment section below. I'd actually really appreciate the feedback. I know I'm probably doing this wrong too. Basically, I just want to get it loosely strung, and then I'll worry about details afterwards. Line that up. Come on. Are you going to turn for me? I'm going to run this under. I'm probably supposed to run it under and then over. You know what I could do? There's this wonderful thing called the internet. I could look this up on, but I haven't. So I'm just going to... Basically, I just want to get it to the point where it holds. Okay, I've got a little bit of tension on there now. I probably should trim that, but I'm not going to right now. I'm going to wait until I get most of these in. And then the next biggest. See, that was 0.054. This is 0.044, so yeah, we're going in the right direction. Biggest to littlest. I have absolutely no formal training at guitar, but when I was staying in Brattleboro, Vermont for a little while, I had a roommate that started teaching me guitar. He's the one that told me to put Dean Markley strings on a Spanish acoustic. I guess Dean Markley has, or may have, cryogenically activated strings for an acoustic guitar. I don't know. I've always wanted to play electric guitar because, you know, electric guitars are cool. And I am most definitely not cool. So let's go. Let me turn this so it lines up a little better. Get that there. Now twist it the other way. No, other way. There we go. I want to go under. Like I said, if I'm doing this wrong, please feel free to leave me a comment in the comment section below. Stray Cat Strings Guitar Wrong can be the next international headline of look at what this stupid idiot's doing. Yes, I know. I gotta trim those off. I will later. And I realize you probably can't see what I'm doing with me turned like this. So, let me see if I can get a better shot of it like that. Hey, there we go. .034, so... Again, slightly smaller edge. For those of you interested, yeah, I did try to take, band and music lessons in school, but I was never allowed to practice. It was always too noisy, too loud. I sounded like crap because I was never allowed to practice. Where is the thing? The thing with the thing. The end of the thing. Where it is. Why? Why can't I get this to go in? Yes, I'm standing the guitar up wrong. It's not coming through the hole. Damn it, I hate it when I can't poke it through the hole. And my train of thought here is completely derailed because... Where is... Aha! Maybe that'll help. Being able to see through the hole to... Ha 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 ha! Gently. And then... There we go. Ha! Okay, there we go. And I got it caught on this little... I have no idea what that's, called. Wire guide or whatever. So I'm going to pull tight. Get it lined up on the nut there. under again. And I know that's probably, but I'm guessing that's probably not how you're supposed to do it. So, this is how not to string a guitar. I want some tension on here. But I don't want a lot of tension, you know what I mean? Because these will stretch, and I remember I have to back them off when I'm not using them, so they don't continue to stretch. Okay, that one was 0.34, this is 0.026. So far, these have been exactly in order. And this is one of the reasons I really like these strings. A, I've had experience with them. B, I've never read anything bad about Dean Markley's except for the price for people who are too broke to afford something other than a $100 guitar. And let me... Will it go the first time? No, it will not. So let me look at it from down here and just eyeball the hole. Once I get it in the middle of the... There it goes. I'm certain there's rigs or jigs or something here that make this a lot easier. And I'm going to aim it down a little bit more. Yes, that exposes my lower area to you a little bit more, and I do apologize about that, but it also makes it so you can see what I'm doing down here, and you don't have to see what's up here quite so much. Anytime I can not show my face on camera, I'm pretty sure is a good thing, at least as far as the internet is concerned. Okay, what is... There we go. That's lined up there, that's lined up there. So anyway, I was never allowed to practice, so I never got better. It's too much noise, too much racket. Annoyed the person that had more say over my life than I ever have. Okay, continue to turn, continue to turn. Whoa, let's line that back up there. Okay. And like I said, I totally need to trim all of this, but I will do that once I get these finished getting strung. And like I said, this is... Whoa, these two are kind of... The edges of the envelopes are folded together. Let's see, this is 0.12, this is 0.15, so we want to put that one back. That's the size of string that broke from that last crappy pack that I bought. Plain, simple, blank. Sencilla. I no habla español except to ask for a cigarette and a beer, and I don't smoke, and I don't really drink beer, so. Okay, careful. Oh, damn it. Okay, let's get... That should... There we go. See how thin that is? I'm going to try my look through the hole bit to get it to go through here. And I got it to go first try. Wow. Either I'm getting better at that or small wire makes a big difference here. So that's going to hook under that, could lay in there. Actually, let's bring it back to line it up with hole. There we go. And we can go under, wrap around, and go under a second time. Now we just have to turn this a whole bunch until it gets snug. See how that quickly changed pitch? That's the string stretching. So it's under tension. Good. I got one more to go for me to have done this completely and totally wrong. As I said, any of you who are actually musicians and know how these things are supposed to go, please feel free to make your own video and send it to me in a video comment. Stray Cat, you're an idiot. This is how it's supposed to go. Let me get... Where's the... There it is. Oh yeah, this makes it a lot easier to get it through the hole. Of course, I say that just before I have trouble getting it to go through the hole. Here we are. And then under that, under that again. Whoa, it tried to go over. Okay, so now that that's on there, I'm probably going to have to crank this one down a little bit because it slipped on me. Hear how it kind of dropped a little bit? Now, we take... And I actually got in trouble for using a term about this pair of diagonal wire cutters. For decades, I've heard them called dikes. D-I-K-E, diagonal cutters. I understand that there's another type of dike that is considered a unpleasant way of referring to a particular type of person, and that is absolutely not how I use the term. And I say this as an openly bisexual person who is dating an openly transgendered person. So if you don't like my term for diagonal wire cutters, I've only ever heard them called dikes or diagonal wire cutters, and since diagonal wire cutters takes 3 times as long to say as dikes, that's what I've always called these. Like I said, I got yelled at by the person who was sleeping right here this morning, and they snore, by the way. Let me turn this way so you don't have to be exposed to that. And yes, I am this fat in real life. That was the last of my coffee. Now the fun part. Bah! That's not the fun part. I'm just kidding. I'm not... Yeah, never mind. It was a bad joke. My entire life is a bad joke. And death is the punchline. Empty? Throw that there. Take some of these bits and pieces that are left over in the plastic bag. Throw those in the recycling bin I have hiding over the knee. Didn't realize my hair was quite so floofy today. I could probably put this back on. I used to enjoy buying things out of China until I started getting a bunch of crap, and half the stuff I've ordered off of eBay from China never showed up. They never even made an attempt to ship it. Hang on, let me take this off so I can hang the guitar on me. That's going to sound bad right there. Ah! This is my mini amplifier, by the way. Actually, now that I think about it, this doesn't have the right size output to go into my tuner, so I'll have to tunerize it, and that opened the wrong side. There's a right side, wrong side. I opened the wrong side. And yes, I actually spent a little bit of money on this. This is probably the second most expensive thing in the bag. I used to have this little mini portable amplifier. It was about yay big. And had a tuner built into the top and a speaker so that I could annoy everybody with it. These guitar picks. Let me pull it out here. And this is not a product endorsement, but I told the guy I'd give him a shout out if I ever made a video with these. These are from Groton Guitars, from my former hometown of Groton, Connecticut. That music shop's been there for, actually, I don't even know how long, but that I had a very long conversation with the guy, and he's the one that told me, you know, why buy cheap strings? They're going to sound cheap, and they're probably going to break on you. And lo and behold, it did. Okay, so plug that in there. Set that in the middle, because I don't know what that actually does. That's way low. Okay, you can't actually see this little thing over here, and there's no way for me to set this up so you can see it and I can see it. But I'm going to... That's what it looks like on that side. And what I'm trying to get it to do is... See, on an acoustic, I just use a pitch pipe and go by ear, but I can't do that with headsets on, and this is not... Wow. And this is not an acoustic guitar. What I'm doing is I'm making sure that the guitar string stops vibrating before... I'm trying to make sure I do that so that it stops vibrating before I hit it again. I don't know if that's going to make a difference. Turn that down. Actually, let's leave that there. Apparently it made a difference. Okay. That didn't do anything on that one. Okay, that one's right. That one's still low. Riveting entertainment, right? And it turned off. Fairly close. Yeah, that was way low. Nailed it. If I remember correctly, it's... Now, the smaller strings that have the most amount of stretch to them, and they're the hardest to tone. Pretty close. Okay. It's already dropped half an octave. And I do not have the tremolo bar installed on this. You can see the tremolo bar here. I had to buy a new one of these because the one that came with this, everything that came with this when it got pawned by that fucking thief, went away. And there's actually two sizes. There's the 5mm and there's the 6. This is the 6. And it just screws in right here, but I'm not good enough to play with that. Yeah, you can tell I suck at this. And it's way off still. So let's start back at the top and work our way back down. And the turned off again. sound right. Yeah, it still doesn't sound right. And again, I am wearing a headset that makes it really hard for me to hear, so. Yeah, see? Even while I was just fiddling with it. And this isn't under amplifier or anything. This is just me strumming. Or picking. Other way, other way. Fraction of a twist. And it turned off. Okay. And that's the only thing I know how to play. I do have a Guitars for Dummies thing, and now that I have my guitar back and I've got strings on it, I'm probably not going to play it. Anyhow, getting caught on stuff here. That's Stray Cat 74 coming to you from the basement of solitude. Today is like Thursday or something like that. Tomorrow is Fallout Fridays. Hump Day Wednesdays. We don't actually have anything scheduled for that. If you want to see me do something in particular on a Wednesday, other than maybe not make videos. Actually, even if you don't want me to make videos on Wednesdays, go ahead and leave me a comment in the comment section below, and let me know what you want to see or what you don't want to see. I'm still taking questions for 20 questions, so leave me a question in the comment section below. I have a Twitch, a Patreon, obviously a YouTube, and I still take donations via PayPal to straycat_74 at yahoo.com. All those links will be in the description below. From the basement of solitude with a guitar. Thanks. Where's my mouse disappeared? Ah, there we go. Have a good day, folks.